Hey, I'm David Terrell, better known as Diesel.
Dwayne Ellis from Fanta-C and Diesel.
And I was a Soul
Train dancer from 1980
to 1990. I started dancing at a young age. Fanta-C and I got together as kids.
I went to Carver Junior High. Diesel, he went to John Adams Junior High.
The first dance we saw and learned was locking.
I saw how the crowd reacted. They just went wild. All the girls were just going crazy.
We kind of messed around with locking a little bit as kids, and we didn't really get it down pat. And so we said, the next dance that comes out, we're gonna jump on it as a team, and we're gonna set fire. And that next dance came out was popping.
I went out there and I practiced 4, 5, 6 hours a day.
My inspiration from dancing really came from the Electric Boogaloos. If you heard of Poppin' Pete, those guys, and they were electrifying.
These guys were great, and they were doing the same dance that we were doing, but we were doing like the LA style of popping. They actually called it pop locking.
Everything they did, the wiggles, the semi-waves, the struts, all that, we picked all that up. And also along with some of the Soul Train dancers themselves, like Demita Jo Freeman.
I call her the GOAT, the greatest of all time. She really inspired me, the way she carried herself, the way she worked the camera. She would jump on stage and be there with Joe Tex and James Brown.
Mr. X and some of these people, we picked up all our dance from them. Just watching Soul Train on Saturday morning was just like mind-blowing to us.
I couldn't wait till the Soul Train line came on. That was the most awesomest thing that I ever saw. And I said, one of these days, I'm gonna come down that Soul Train line. And basically, it came true.
Fanta-C told me one day, we gonna get on Soul Train. I thought he was nuts. I'm like, no. He says, I know somebody who knows somebody who can get us in.
We went on to Hollywood. When we got there, and I said to myself, I know I'm not gonna just come here and not get on Soul Train. So I had a plan.
So the first day we went down, Fanta-C got in. I mean, he actually put on a tight shirt because he figured that it had to be a certain kind of way. He figured if you was too hard, you wasn't gonna get in. He said, you too hard, Diesel. You're not gonna get in. So he kind of softened it up.
And I also had my baggy pants with my thin belt, and I had some sandals on, and everything was matching, all purple. And you can see my socks through my sandals.
He got in. Now, I couldn't go that route. So the following day, I show up on a Sunday, I take the back way. I go on the back gate. Through the other side, I walked a long way across that lot. I got to the back door and I went inside. And then when I looked up at that stage and I saw that Soul Train light, that did it for me.
Me collaborating with Diesel, we had different looks. That was our whole thing. We wanted to have a different look every time we came down.
Anything that would represent a neighborhood or something, we would do it. Sometimes you saw us come down, we'd wear blue shirts one day. Next thing you know, we had red jackets on with the dominoes on the back, just hood repping some of everybody, giving everybody some love.
Sometimes we have the big shoulders. Another time we might dress as old men, and we might be suited and booted.
I used to wear the Jerry curl where this side was cut up, and this side had the bang down, kind of like a Prince, Jesse Johnson kind of like feel, you know. And then I had the shag, I cut the shag down, and then I kept the top. Then we got out of the Jerry curls.
We cut the sides off, and next thing you know, we were Larry Blackman. You know, we had the square hairdo.
So that was more like the time when you saw Kitten play and them, they had the, so we went to that.
The Gumby look, and we went from there. That was the hairstyle.
The Soul Train line was huge to me because I knew that I would get that 15 seconds of just straight out fame. I was inside your TV. Your family's watching me for 15 seconds to cut it up. I would bring you new dances or show you an old dance that we reconstructed. We would do flips out of the hand, flips over shoulders, splits, mechanical dogs.
We had a move called the dog move where he was on the ground, I used to get on top, and we used to do all kinds of flips.
We'd imitate Stevie with the glasses, and that made us different. We'd run to the camera, do slides, get up and go back into the line and finish a routine. Just to be able to have all eyes on me for 15 seconds throughout America, it's nothing better than that. My most memorable time on Soul Train as senior artist, I'm gonna tell you, when Run DMC showed up Soul Train, it was off the chain. It was crazy. And they even came down the Soul Train line. They walked down the Soul, they were so cool, they walked down the Soul Train line. That was like, this is it. Soul Train was a concert, and we were invited.
My best one was a scramble board. Took me 2 years to get on it.
And let's meet two of our Soul Train dancers.
It was a lot of fun. When he came and announced my name, what's your name? And I looked up,
Dwayne Ellis.
And Dwayne.
once I got on a scramble board, I said, yeah. And I said, I hope I know this word that he put together. But I was all right because they told you what it was. I did the robot. I did my best robot routine on there. I did what I had to do. That was really memorable.
I would definitely do it again. I might want money, but I'm gonna tell you something. That Kentucky Fried Chicken, it was some of the best chicken.
He liked the chicken all right. Sometimes he take my chicken. When you're on there and you dancing half the day, the chicken was awfully good.
That biscuit and that Springfield soda, let me tell you, the only word bigger than Kentucky Fried Chicken is when they would holler, line, because that's when you line up for the Soul Train line, and that was huge.
I didn't get paid at all. And the thing about it is that usually come up and sometimes we used to look at each other and we say, Diesel, man, we're not getting paid.
We did it for the love of the game. That's what it was. It was all about Soul Train, the love for dance, just knowing that you're gonna cross people television all across the nation. I mean, what more can you ask for?
We said we're gonna make the best out of it. And that's what we did. We got a chance to travel.
Been to Japan tour, Mexico tour, toured with Nike up in Denver, Texas tours. I've been everywhere. We've done videos.
Climax videos, the Gap Band video.
Egyptian Lovers Freakaholic. I've transcended all that in here, and I've turned it into my whole acting career.
So we pretty much got paid through Soul Train, but we didn't get paid on Soul Train.
I'm gonna tell you why I stopped dancing on Soul Train. And it wasn't because I was tired, anything like that. But when Living Color started rolling back clips of Old Train, I don't know if you remember saw that, it had Cheryl on a gurney, and I didn't want it to come my time.
You grew out of the situation. You go there, you pretty much did all you can do on Soul Train. I gave him a lot of time, I gave him a lot of heart. I decided, you know what? It's time to stop. Collectively, me and Diesel pretty much stopped at the same time, if not the same day. We just didn't want to do it anymore.
I left when I was, 30. So I see the younger dancers coming in at 18 and 19. We know that we've paved the way, like the Demita Joes, and everybody paved the way for us. So we figured, hey, look, we're passing the torch down to them. And that's what we did. And I think we did a pretty good job at doing that.
But we had so many good memories. Sometimes you just feel it. But the day we left all of it on the floor, on the stage, on the rises of Soul Train. We left everything there.